Good morning, everyone, and we are here for our virtual assembly today. Can you make sure that you're all sitting quietly and listening, because there are some very important messages to share with you today. So this week we are just reminding pupils of the expectations that we have of you during this time of returning to school and adjusting to different procedures and rules to keep us all safe. We've discussed as a staff the various things that we can refine to ensure further safety, and I'm going to explain some of those things today. So as a reminder, arriving at school is really important, and the doors and the breakfast club will both be open at 8 a.m. for you in the morning. Pupil doors for S1, 2 and 3, you use those doors when you arrive and you hand sanitize at the stations provided. The S4, 5 and 6 pupils will continue to use the doors at the main school reception, and again hand sanitizer is there for you. It's important that from those doors you go to your gathering areas, your designated gathering areas. S1 canteen, S2 and 3 sunken, S4 the street and reception, S5 your own social area and the maths open learning area, and S6 your social area, the humanities open learning area, and two rooms just off the library, S54 and S55. The first bell will ring at 8:20, and that's the signal for S1, 2 and 3 to go to registration, and the second bell will ring at 8:25, and then 4, 5 and 6 pupils move to registration at that point. From this morning, from Monday morning, we are operating a one-way system round about the school. The system will be anti-clockwise, and the stairs that you use if you are going up to the first or second floor is the stairs beside the canteen, beside the pupil entrance. If you're coming downstairs, you use the stairs at the sunken social area side for coming downstairs. It's really important that everyone follows this one-way system, and that's staff and pupils, and it's just a further measure, a further mitigation to keeping people safe, so that everyone is moving in the same direction and facing in the same way. And that's another way of lessening the potential transferring of infection. So we're putting that in operation from Monday. Can I reiterate as well that at breaks and lunchtimes, pupils should not be lapping round about the school. We're trying to keep pupils together in their year group bubbles, all together in the designated areas. So if you're not outside, you must stick to those areas. At break time, we're going to extend the break for 5 minutes, making it 5 minutes longer to give pupils and staff more time to get to the toilet during that time. For now, there's still no food servery at break time, and that's working quite well so far. So please remember to bring a snack and a drink with you for break time. Pupils, as I've said, must go to their gathering areas. I cannot reiterate enough that lapping is not permitted, and staff will challenge you if you're lapping around the school. There's no need for it. And absolutely vitally important, clean your own litter, because Aberdeenshire Council have employed cleaners to come into schools at midday, and they're cleaning up after you and making things safe, but their job is not to pick up your litter. That is your responsibility. At lunchtimes will be 5 minutes shorter to make up for the additional time added on to break time. Your options are to go outside or to your designated gathering area. Again, clean up your own litter, so cleaning can happen after lunch. No lapping, and if you go to Tesco, we've had a phone call from the managers at Tesco to say that it's mandatory that every customer entering the shop must wear a face covering. You won't be permitted entry to the shop unless you're wearing a face covering. Social distancing from staff is very, very important, and again, pupils and staff have responsibility to do that. Pupils, you must stay 2 metres away from members of staff. Sometimes people forget, but that's really important that you try and do that and make that your normal way of working with staff. This ensures that our school stays open so that we minimise any spread of infection. And young people think, I've heard one young person commenting that young people don't have to social distance. Yes, you don't have to social distance from each other. That's the guidance for the moment. But you potentially could be asymptomatic, which means you might have COVID, but you don't display any symptoms at all. So nobody would know. But potentially you could be a carrier of the virus, and adults are more susceptible to picking that up from you. So it's about you thinking about keeping yourself safe, but also thinking about your actions and how they keep others safe as well. So this return is not normal, and although some of us don't particularly like the phrase, a new normal, that's exactly what it is, and we don't know how long schools will have to keep these procedures and mitigations in place to ensure the safety of everyone. So we will be highlighting these messages on a regular basis, and we will challenge young people who are failing to comply, or gentle reminders to those who just naturally forget. But it's not normal. Sometimes when you look out around the school at social times, it feels normal, but it's certainly not normal. And we need to stick to these procedures so that we can remain open as a school, so that you, as young people, get the best from your education you possibly can. So I'm asking you to respect one of our school values, respect these restrictions that we have to live under for the safety and well-being of everyone. Thank you.